But I think the main difference here is that a lot of these influencers just aren't as critical of the administration, of the campaigns, as traditional journalists would be. For example, yesterday I met...
Ain't no way that I was mentioned, and then the follow-up was a lot of these influencers aren't as critical as mainstream. No shot. Can you catch the NPR mention? Someone was following you? Wait, really?
Mainstream journalists are not the only ones with press
What
credentials
point?
at the Democratic convention. For the first time, social media influencers have convention press passes too. Prominent influencers include Hasan Piker, who has over 2.7 million followers on Twitch.
What the hell, bro? That's crazy. I did not see the morning edition this
Do
morning.
you think we should vote blue no matter who? Genuine question. It don't matter. Do whatever you want. Definitely vote, though. Especially down ballot. And especially for your local elections, participate in the democratic process. That is very meaningful.
One of the messages from influencers. Wired Magazine's McKenna Kelly has been covering political influencers since 2018, and she is at the Democratic Convention in Chicago. I assume you have a press pass, right?
I do, yep. It's kind of similar accreditation to what many of those influencers have.
Okay. Is there any clear line between an influencer and a traditional journalist?
I think that line is getting blurrier the more...
I'm muting myself. I'm doing push to talk over here. The noise gate is not working because the band is literally next to me. Okay, like not the flex, but I'm straight up on top of the band. Like I cannot be physically closer. Sure, Mike HasanAbi edition. What do you mean? What is it? I'm doing ads out here for sure, Mike. Okay. Anyway, here.
time passes, especially during this election, I think the main difference between a news influencer and a journalist like myself and you is that we do reporting, right? We are part of the process of digging up new information, whereas a lot of what news influencers do is taking headlines, screen grabs of them, and sitting in front of them green screen style and reading off the news to their followers.
That's a fair point. And in some cases, what they're saying is, here is something the media will not tell.
Okay. Chill. She made it seem like I'm just like I'm one of these TikTokers that does the green screen style. Like, look at this headline. That's crazy. Okay. I thought we were friends. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. I feel a little bit. I don't think that's what I do. I mean, I go through articles. I'm not a headline Andy. You know what I mean? I am not a journalist, though. I mean, that's something that I do actually mention quite frequently. And I do give props to mainstream media in general as well. You know, bro said react harder. NPR said react harder.
Tell you, and then they cite the article, or they read from the article that the media told them. With that said, though, they have huge audiences and can speak credibly to people, especially younger people, in a way that maybe a lot of journalists can't. Isn't that right?
Yes, and I think that's exactly what the Democrats are hoping to do by bringing around, I think it's 200 influencers who are here and credentialed for this convention. And again, the RNC also had creators at their convention as well, but that was only about 70 of them. So this is definitely an important voting bloc to both parties, and they see these influencers as a significant part in their strategy to reach them.
Have you been sampling some of their content?
Yes, I have. Yesterday, I followed a couple of folks around. There is a news creator named Phillip De Franco who has millions of followers. He's like an OG YouTuber. And I went up into the broadcast suite that they have opened up for creators that they can book time, you know, similar to what CNN and Fox News have. And I followed Representative Ro Khanna from California up there.
Bro, that's crazy. Even she's glazing Philly D, man. Just like my brother. God damn it. I'm getting cucked by Philly again.
And they just had this interview set up where Philly was able to record, you know, this thing for his own show that will probably go up later this week. Hasan Piker, of course, that you just brought up, I followed him around too, and he brought his cameras upstairs in this broadcast studio and just sat with lawmakers for, you know, maybe 15, 20 minutes and had those kinds of conversations which you clipped at the beginning.
Are they being co-opted by the Democrats, or are these independent people who are bringing their own questions and their own opinions?
Yeah, I mean, co-opted, I'm not sure if that's really the right word for it, but these people many of them have been at this for a very long time. Phillip De Franco, like I just mentioned, he has been doing this since like the beginning of YouTube.
I'm compromised with the Democratic Party. I'm a Democratic Party op.
In the 2000s, the early 2000s. And Hasan, he's been doing this for several years as well. But I think the main difference here is that a lot of these influencers just aren't as critical of the administration, of the campaigns, as traditional journalists would be. For example, yesterday I met...
Ain't no way that I was mentioned, and then the follow-up was a lot of these influencers aren't as critical as mainstream. No shot. Like, okay, so that's a... Okay, listen. That, I know she knows what my perspective is. I know because I did an interview with her. She's a Wired reporter. She's also with the NPR, right? She knows I'm hypercritical. I literally just said I'm not a vote blue no matter who type person in the beginning of this article. I think she's talking about like Harry Hasan and whatnot. Okay, I think that's what it is. But like obviously, out of most of the creators here, like I probably am more critical of the Democratic Party than mainstream media is in general. But I think I just got kind of caught up in that same framework here.
A food reviewer who was supposed to be here at the DNC, and I saw him around the floor, and I asked him, okay, what question are you asking these people? And he said, well, I'm asking lawmakers what they think Kamala Harris and Trump would be if they were food dishes.
Well, I guess it would get interesting responses. With that said, I want to acknowledge...
Bro, I literally talked to Rokana about Israel, okay? Like, I talked to Rokana about Israel and also called what Israel's doing a genocide. Like, there's no, like, I don't think they're talking about me, okay? I'm not talking about, like, what dishes. She shot a photo of you yesterday? Okay, stop. Thank God you went to that protest Monday and not the fucking influencer. Dude, are you crazy? Come on. That's not gonna happen. That would have not happened anyway. You said what college you went to for pizza? No, because he said he went to college here and then followed it up with, where did you go? So I literally thought he was asking me what college I went to. Okay, calm down. All right, let's finish this.
It says right in the Constitution, you need no qualifications whatsoever, basically, to be a member of the press. So in that sense, I mean, welcome to them. I mean, it's one more set of voices, and we'll see what they do.
Right, and I think similar to how the bloggers were brought in during the Bush administration, I like to be optimistic about these things. And when I look at what these news creators are doing, I think that us as journalists can probably take a lot of lessons from them, especially when it comes to community building.
McKenna Kelly of Wired, thanks so much.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.